Alright, welcome back. So, last episode you saw, got the engine in, transmission's in. Just kind of putz around today and kind of do a couple small things. Take things off like the bracket here. Those studs can come out, I don't need those. I might try to hang the exhaust manifold since that can go on now. It'll also help plug up the engine a little bit better. But not too much to do. Well, there's a lot to do, but not too much I really plan to do today. Tighten up some bolts I know they need to be tightened, and just small little things here and there I can try to get to. So nothing crazy at all. But kind of keep you updated with the progress as it goes. If I get anything major, I'll try to film it. But for the most part, it's just gotta be a little odds and ends and cleaning some stuff up. Alright, just coming in with a quick update here. So I got studs out of here for the power steering and accessory bracket. And I got the exhaust on, a new O2 sensor on there. It was definitely a fight to get it on there. I just didn't want to hit. It was hitting a lot of stuff in the back there. But now that it's in, it's clearing just fine. And it's almost made it up to the original pipe, but that's all cut up and that's going to get repaired anyway. Also took off the secondary air, the air pump stuff. Got to get a block off plate for that. But just chugging right along, little bits in there, here and there. I'm gonna have new lines for the oil. Gonna have a lot of other stuff going on. Gotta get the God, I can't even speak. The coils bolted down correctly. That way they'll be permanently in there. Just little bits. Keep you updated. Alright, some more progress here. I pulled the harness through. Kind of set it roughly in place. Kind of found a couple connectors. I know where they go just to have it sit. Obviously still a lot of the engine missing, so a lot of these aren't going to go anywhere. And I don't know what half the stuff is, to be honest, so probably when my buddy comes back for the next step is when we'll actually plug in everything and route it correctly. Might try to clean it up a little bit. It's a little bit nasty. I got my hands all kinds of messed up trying to pull that through. But obviously the turbo canister's not there. That's not going back. There's some stuff missing in the corner here. Coolant, overflow tank. I got the plug for the wipers. Plugs for here. Plug there for the coil. So lots of or that's, I guess, the cam sensor-ish thing. But yeah, lots of little bits of progress, I should say. And we'll find some more little things to do. More stuff we can take off somewhere. I still didn't take off this bracket here, which you can take off. Odds and ends. But I'll definitely keep you updated with the progress. It's all been little tedious stuff, nothing really exciting to watch. Unless you want to watch me struggle trying to pull a harness through with 800 different little break-offs. I did remember, kind of forgot about this, but there are some damaged wires on the harness that goes when we originally went to the battery and the fuse box. I have no idea what those are for, so we'll probably have to try to map that out and see what's missing. I didn't really see the wire for the O2 sensor, so that could be involved there. But yeah, we'll keep you updated. Alright, not sure when the actual video is going to come out. Filmed some small stuff, probably a week or two ago. It's been really hot, really crappy weather. So I haven't been out here, I've been busy as well. But just a quick update here. So I got ECU mounted to the floor back there. I got the seats mounted in here. Just lifted it up and pulled it off the tires, or pulled off the wheels. I got some new to me tires. Looked at, there was two different kinds of tires that were on here before, and obviously they've been swapped around. But the earliest date code was in the 99. So, really old tires that were there. These ones are at least within the last decade, so they'll be pretty nice to put on there. Other than that, you know, the small stuff I did in the engine bay before, I haven't really done too much more up there. I gotta pull these shocks, pull the brakes, kind of do everything else that's in the wheel well while the wheels are getting taken care of. I'm gonna have real fun doing these brake lines right here. Hopefully I can get them apart, or maybe I'll just leave them for now and deal with that later. But we'll get the tires swapped, get them back on, get some brake stuff done. The fronts actually looked a lot better than I expected for the calipers, at least. We'll see what they look like when I take them all the way off. The rears are very crusty, so I'm not very confident those are going to come around, but I guess we'll figure that out too. We got all new rotors, new brake pads, some cheap stuff to get it going. Just didn't have brake pads back here. But just little things here and there. Hopefully the weather kind of turns around, stop being 100 degrees out. The humidity today, even though it's like 70, is terrible. But we'll keep chugging along, and little by little, we'll get it there. It's a lot of tedious work now. Alright, trying to get some more work done on the RX-7 here. So we're going to try to get the shocks changed out. The wheels are off and everything else, waiting to get swapped to the tires. But I'm also going to pull the brakes off and start cleaning those up. All these brake lines here are pretty rusty. I've tried doing some heating and juicing and can't get it off right now. Changing these lines out anyway, so I'm just going to try to pop it off the shock here, get it out of my way, pull this off. I'll just cut the hose. I'll try to save this piece, but worst case scenario, I got line. I can make new ones here. The rear I'm a little bit more worried about because I don't feel like dealing that, but I can always make a junction if I need to, whatever makes it work. I don't know if the new steel lines come with this hard line part or not, so I'm trying to save that too. If not, once again, I can just remake that. We're gonna get working at this, and I'll keep you updated. All right, so it's been hectic. It's been terrible. It's not fully mounted in. I gotta figure out which bolt I need to do, but got the strut in there. One of the bolts snapped on me trying to get it out, so I just ordered a camber bolt kit. It's probably better anyway. I just gotta figure out which hole I need to put it in, so I can put the other bolt in for now. Cut the hose, as I mentioned before. Just got it out of the way. I don't think it's coming apart, so it's gonna be a problem for later. Got the caliper there. It took about all this crap in order to get this done. One of the big problems is, I guess, the hub there sits right on the rotor, and that rotor did not want to let go. So I was beating on that for a while. It's getting a little humid, getting sweaty. Still have that other side to do. But yeah, we're getting there. One more thing done for when the wheels get changed, and hopefully we can get back on the ground. Actually kind of amazed at how stiff the chassis is with just the I guess the back supported pretty far up, but that front jack stand is really doing nothing for the car right now. It's not required. It only really works when I'm pulling down on it. But lots of spray, lots of heat, lots of crap being done there. I'll get this buttoned up more. I can grab the rotor, slap that on there. For once in my life, I'm going to actually reuse at least one of the set screws, just because of how the calipers are for this. It's actually my first, like, you know, 4-piston caliper. You got to slide in the pads, so I can do that as well. Inspect that a little further. Figure out if I can get that piece of hose off of that line still. I don't know how that's going to work, or if I'm just going to have to recreate that line later on. I don't even want to imagine what that's going to be like with all that going on with the e-brake, and yeah, there's a lot with those calipers. They seem to be in worse condition. But yeah, a little bit of progress over a decently short amount of time. I don't really know how long I've been out here. Just kind of chilling, listening to music. But you can see all the rust that's coming off doing it. Otherwise, it doesn't look too bad down there. It's pretty clean. Suspension's not blown completely apart like it is in the back. Little by little, yeah, unfortunately it's a lot of small things to make it to get where we're going. But I'll get back with you with more progress. All right, I'm actually like destroyed right now, swinging the hammer. I was able to get one out on each caliper, but the other one is pretty much in there. No matter much heat, I'm running low on propane, I think, anyway, because it keeps shutting off on me. I think I need some kind of seat clamp or something I can push on that. As for everything else, the rotor screws on this side did not come off, so I had to drill them out. And the rotor is fighting me, so that's not off yet. I think that thing needs more juice, more heat. Just some time to sit, I guess. Or I'm just way too wiped out to get enough hammer swings. So that's what we're going to call it today. We're going to leave a chaotic mess. I'm completely drenched. It's starting to get hot, humid. Might need to do a tool run or something later. Go to the old Harbor Freight. But I think that's where we're going to leave it for now. Probably not the end of the video. Just, I say it's going to be I know it's going to be a while before this one comes out, and it's been a while since the last one. So I apologize. I got camber bolts ordered. That strut will have to get done when I get that rotor off. Brakes are getting off. I was able to get the hoses off of the lines here, so that was one victory. So I don't have to worry about that now. Just lots of little updates. Have those gloves on for hours. My hands are freaking pruny. I'm gonna go in, take a shower, chill out for a bit, maybe figure out some lunch. I'll get back to this. Maybe not tomorrow. I have a thing in the morning, so maybe after that. But if not, probably later on this week. All right, so I'm kind of midway through some stuff. I'll go over it all at the end, but just wanted to show you guys my current predicament. So I had to drill out those screws on this one yesterday or the other day before. I'm finally getting some movement out of it because I had to take off the hub. My press isn't working. Hasn't been used in years, so probably just needs to be new fluid and stuff like that. Finally getting some movement, some separation down here, which is basically welded together. That side's starting to separate. But yeah, mini sledge, sitting on the floor here, heat it up, smack the shit out of it, and keep going. Alright, next update. I basically came in here and just got right to work, didn't film anything. Got a couple things done. Got the other pins out of the caliper. Got the pistons out of this one. I had to cut one of the pins out, and I could only get 2 of them free so far. 2 pistons free on this one. I do have a couple of replacements, but I couldn't get more. I have to see if I can order some now. They're out of stock. So I'd like to change them all. I got to order the seal kits and all that for them. Those basically disintegrated on me. As far as the updates for the brakes, as you saw in the prior clip, I was beating the crap out of the rotor off the hub. So I got the hub back on now. I had to deburr it pretty badly from it being deformed from the hammering. About to, I had to stop for a water break, but I'm about to get into taking the shock off here, get this one changed, get the rotor on this. Might have to pop a lug nut on this side since it didn't have any screws anymore. But you can see like that one I was really like drilled into it, and I think it kind of fused. It took a lot of hammer strikes to get that off, but we're all good there now. Still got to work on getting those lines off. Still got to order the the lines for that. That's not cheap, so I gotta do that here soon. I got hardware coming for the brakes. I got nuts and bolts for the engine and driveline mounts. I can get that all finished up. Get that tight. Got the secondary fuel rail, or the primary fuel rail on. Got some of the stuff cleaned up. Got to get the fuel line and hoses for the spiders and figure out what can be chopped off of that, what's not being used. Still need that block off plate. But lots of little progress things here or there. I'm going to work on that shock and I'll get back with you. Alright, so front shock, rotor's on. Only thing I'm waiting for is camber bolts I ordered. Let's finish that up. And of course I gotta finish the brakes and get all that stuff ready to slap that on. And once the wheels come back, they can go up front. Still gotta pull apart the rear here and hope I have a better time. I had to order new impact bits for the bit drivers and get those screws out hopefully without the same fight I had up front. And then I'm afraid to look at the rear brakes here just because they're so complicated and there's literally no brake pads on them now, so who knows what that looks like. Probably have to rebuild those too like I do the fronts. I kind of planned for that to begin with, so if I didn't have to, it was just dumb luck. But I think that's where I'm wrapping up for today. I should have enough to put out some kind of video now. So that being said, like, subscribe, merch link in the description, and we'll see what we get into next. Thank you.